Hi YouTube, hi Guardians. Welcome to 2022 post rework succession guarding grinding guide, and let's get into it. So, first of all, the reason I'm doing this guide is because the major change, and basically the only good change we got from these reworks was succession guardian getting a little bit more damage in terms of grinding. Since that happened, um, it's pretty viable, I would say. Especially if you just want to focus on raw damage, maybe monasteries, orcs probably. Uh, if you can actually manage to pull the mobs and enjoy it, then it's for you. Compared to Awakening, uh, as I said, way more active. Main area of focus is attacks in front of you, unlike Awakening, where majority of your damage was AoEs, even 360 around you most of the time. And if you want to keep playing Awakening, it's the great class to play while watching anything on the second screen. While on Succession, you have to pay more attention as how you pull your mobs, not to mess up anything, make sure everything is in front of you most of the time, stuff like that. So that out of the way, let me show you the combo first. And you can keep continuing Savage Jack at the end. So that was basically the full combo, even with fillers, pre-buff, and stuff like that. This is how it's done. Let's break it down. All right, so at the start, you see me jumping around, getting into the pack position, spacebarring at the start, getting myself the crit buff. At the start, you see I do Mountain Slam, which is Shift F. That gives minus 40 DP overall, because the skill itself gives 20, the addon gives another 20, and I gave myself 30 monster damage. So this is the way to get the most damage into your combo, is doing Mountain Slam first. However, the problem with Mountain Slam is that the AoE is basically a triangle in front of you, just like so. So the mobs that are around your near vicinity, if they are a little bit to the left or to the right, they won't get hit at all. So you need to get some distance and hit them from further away. Mountain Slam has pretty big AoE all the way to this slime probably. Next, I'm following up with Black Blood Circle, but if you want to, and I suggest you would do this in most of the spots, I would say like Sycraia, Hysteria, Orcs, where you basically go into the middle pool and then you manage the mobs together as they come into you. Use Black Blood Circle first. You don't really need to pre-buff because you're gonna get the buffs as you're repositioning, but you do Black Blood Circle first, then the Eruption, and then you reposition and continue from here. Same rotation. Now I'm gonna explain to you, basically these two skills are done always first. Now I'm gonna explain to why then I do Avalanche Strike, is because it smooths out the link into mutilation, because normally the animation, at least for me, it seems a little bit slower. If I do it like this, the guy that picks up hair axe a little bit slower than, at least what it seems like, to than if I would do it after Avalanche Strike. So that's why I link into mutilation like this. And then we're gonna discuss as to why I'm doing Claw Reveal after the flow of mutilation, which is Black Blood Slaughter. Is the both hits. Because if I wanna do Boulder Crusher first, and first of all I can't because it will do Avalanche Strike first. That's why I'm doing it first, before that. But then if you do it correctly, takes too long, right? You saw that. That's why we don't do it. We always do Claw Reveal, and we get ourselves smooth transition into 4 hits of Boulder Crash as a filler. Pretty decent AoE, pretty decent damage. Usually you wouldn't want to use the second filler unless you're grinding a very high-end spot where you have attack speeds from Shies, and then there is nothing left that you will want to use. Also is another minus 20 DP debuff, so for spots maybe like Olens, I think that could be pretty useful. Alright, let's repeat the rotation again. First of all, the Mountain Slam Initiator, we pre-buff selves, do Black Blood Circle, Eruption, Avalanche Strike, Mutilation, Black Blood Slaughter, Coral Reveal, Boulder Crush Filler. And we want to Savage Hack Filler, and that's done. We want to go the other way around. I can show you with Absorb, Buff, Black Blood Circle, Eruption, Disdain, Story Step, Claw Reveal, Mountain Slam, Avalanche, Mutilation, Black Blood Slaughter, Spacebar Claw Reveal, and Filler, Boulder Crush. See, now here we have still a little bit more cooldowns, but as you can see, you should be ready to go either way. Let's try full speed. Well, that's basically it. The add-ons I've chosen, you can vary them depending on your grinding rotation. For example, if you grind monasteries, put in some down attack damage, put in some human damage. If you grind, maybe you want to try grinding crypt, put in some accuracy, make sure to pre-buff yourself with Story Step, get yourself that crit rate, and maybe some recovery. From the skills that have recovery, Boulder Crusher, but it's SA, it has some HP per hit, and stack up some anti-evasion stuff. Otherwise, what Savage Hack is good for, if you grind high in spots where you can get lots of hits, it's basically forward guard on demand. Let's say I'm doing this, and then I'm doing Boulder Crusher. That kind of messed up, but if I'm doing Boulder Crusher, I can just press this and go straight into forward guard. Same for Claw Reveal and other forward guard on demand. Sometimes you just want to use it in a rotation earlier, and then happens that both of these skills are on cooldown and there is nothing to link into Boulder Crusher. There's a neat little trick. You can use Omwa, the fast animation from Mutilation, Black Blood Slaughter. Let me show you. And then continue with Boulder Crusher. So the way it's done, as you're holding Shift R and B, all you do is hold W as well. And then it will continue into the second animation of Momua. And then you can continue as normal. Or continue straight to Boulder Crusher. It's a way to not awkward stand around. You can also use it to reposition. For example, do this. Reposition yourself a little. But yeah. That's basically it. Hope you enjoyed the grinding guide, and at least we got something out of the reworks, and yay, Succession Guardian finally useful for something.